we are going to have a talk with some of the participants of this retreat. We are in December 2016 in Spirit Vine Retreat Center in Bahia, Brazil. At this stage of the retreat, you did already 2 ayahuasca ceremonies. Would you like to share this with us?
Yeah, it was nothing like what I thought it would be. I think if you were like me and you did a fair amount of research leading into this, there's a lot of things online and print saying that it's almost a harrowing experience and this thing you have to suffer through for you to have any real great insights as to what to do in life or healing past traumas, all those sorts of things. But for me, it was basically the exact opposite of that. The experience itself was one of the most amazing things that I've ever had probably ever had in my entire life. And I realized after the first one that there was nothing to fear from ayahuasca. It's not this damaging and harrowing thing, only if you let it be that way. But the reality is that it's actually a really calming and beautiful experience.
I definitely did some research and I was expecting a lot of darkness. I was expecting it to be a big journey, as Jake said, and I have found nothing but beauty in it. I have seen so much, and I've seen the infinite depth of where our mind can go. I'm seeing colours that I never thought that I'd see. I've connected with my past and memories that I haven't thought of since they happened. Never thought was still in there, and it is all still in there. It's very, very interesting. Very worth doing. I feel more connected now than I ever have. Yeah. I got so much from the second ceremony. Because I got so much from the first ceremony, I expanded my question to evolve further, and I wanted to evolve my love, and my question definitely got answered. My intention, when I set my intention, I've been surprised both times about how well ayahuasca answers those questions and how much it shows you that you're capable of finding all of it within yourself.
I definitely felt really, really safe and peaceful. It's a quiet room, and you feel taken care of. If you do need to say something or ask for help, you can, whether it be from ayahuasca or Sylvia or Rohan, you can ask for help. My first experience was very exciting and colorful and very happy and insightful, and my second was much calmer and clearer. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the third, and I think it's useful for anyone to have the experience more than once and go on this journey and really dig.
The first two experiences have been quite different one to the other, but both of them part of an amazing journey. What I discovered is that sometimes you want to be in control, you expect to know a lot about you, but ayahuasca is surprising you and providing you some information that at the beginning you don't think are relevant, and then it makes a lot of sense to know. So it's an amazing discovery inside yourself, with your inner child that somehow is still there, you feel is there. And the presence of Sylvia and Rohan helped a lot to have this journey very calm, very soft, and very pleasant. So really looking forward for the third one to discover some other part of myself and to feel a better person.
Yeah, during this experience for me, I felt extremely connected also back to nature, connected with nature in a way that I've never felt before. And a deep healing experience. Even though I came last year, there is still more work to do. There is still more that you can grow. So it's an ongoing process. There's always new experiences that you can have from this. And to me, it feels like remembering who I really am, remembering where I come from, just remembering the essence, what is really important in life, and who I really am. Not my pain, not my traumas, not all of that, but who I truly am, my core, and which is a very beautiful feeling.
Tonight you will have the third ayahuasca ceremony. Would you like to say anything to people who are going for this type of experience?
I'd certainly recommend it, provided it's something that you're ready for. You do, as I guess it's sort of commonly said, you do shine the light on certain parts that you might not have shined the light on before in terms of with your subconscious and in your mind, and sometimes it can be difficult. But as long as you're ready to face up to those sorts of things, I think it is a brilliant thing that everyone should do. I know that I've only done these two ceremonies and I've still got one to go, but I can already think of all the people in my life that I think this would greatly benefit. And I'm hoping that they will do the same and come on this retreat, because I think it's been magic and a real life-changing experience.
I would also like to say that for those people who are interested in that and they feel they want to come but they are afraid of it, as I've heard from friends of mine, that they are afraid of the experience, what I can say is that don't be afraid. As long as you follow the steps of keeping the diet and keeping yourself clean for this experience, there is no need to be afraid of what you're going to see, because your experience is not going to be more than you can handle. It's definitely going to be what you need to experience. So there is no need to worry about going crazy, or no need to have any kinds of fear. It is a very loving experience, and here you're very well taken care of and very well guided through the experience.
So if someone's never been to the beach in their life, you'd say to them, you've got to go and see the beach. So it's something I think that everyone should experience in their lifetime, because it is just a beautiful, subtle, powerful, and incredible experience to have. And I wish that everyone would have a chance to do it in their lifetime. And I would also like to say that this is a really great place to do it, a safe place to do it. And I just don't know why everybody doesn't come here right now and do it.
Yeah, I would like to obviously recommend this to everybody, but particularly people that are ready to evolve, they want to develop and progress personally, spiritually, but particularly people that are struggling unnecessarily, particularly people that are not living life because they're frightened of this, or they've got barriers, or they're held back by their traumas, and because I think these are people that are going to really see massive transformations. But yeah, I mean, everyone could benefit. But yeah, there's millions of people struggling unnecessarily, and I think this would be a really powerful, beautiful way to overcome a lot of those things.
What was your favorite part of the retreat or the center?
I think for me it was the whole package. Coming in here, everyone meeting on the first day, it was obvious that we all had a certain amount of uncertainty about what the ceremony would entail and what the week had in store for us. But the whole time I felt, and I know everyone else had felt, really looked after, in very safe hands, and able to just completely surrender to the experience and not have any fear surrounding what was going to happen with the ceremonies or any of the workshops and everything else. Just from a purely practical point of view, the rooms are fantastic. Everything from great bathrooms, great food. The lake is really nice. Every day we have things to do, but it's not too much that you're overburdened with stuff. So I think it's a perfect package in terms of this type of experience.
My favourite thing is the teachings. You guys have taught us how to do these things, how to delve into our minds, and you haven't made it about yourselves. You've made a comfortable space. We each get our own mattress and blankets and bucket in case we purge, and you've taught us how to go deep into ourselves and have our own experience and learn from what's inside us, rather than having so much ego and thinking that, like, you guys don't call yourself shamans or anything. Like, it isn't about you, it's about ourselves, it's about going deep. And we really have all learned that the answers are inside ourselves, as cliche as it is to say. we've got rid of past traumas and we've learned how to evolve.
Yeah, I think that the location is perfect. It's really beautiful here. It's peaceful, and the ceremony room is great because you feel like you're outside, but there's the mosquito net, so you're not, getting bitten or anything like that. And I think that the town nearby, Itakare, is beautiful and friendly for the most part. It's great. So yeah, I think the location is worth visiting even on its own, on top of all of the great other stuff going on here.
The whole atmosphere, it's kind of magic, but magic in a very easy, natural way. I never had a feeling for one single second that I got forced to do something or that I was doing something that I didn't enjoy. It was really like a natural flow that somehow was coming to life. So it's really, I think the day flies very, very fast. And even the atmosphere among the group, it's quite wow. The breakfast in the morning is a great time together. It's literally like, it's more than just, I think, ayahuasca retreat. It's just really like a lifetime experience in terms of getting deeper and feeling reconnected with people around you, the nature, and this magical feeling of feeling free.
Yeah, everything for me couldn't have been more perfect. The environment, the schedule, the preparation, the support, the activities themselves, the space that we have, the ceremonies, the space holder.
Oh, I was trying to think what is the best thing about this place, and leaving aside the natural beauty, the amazing beaches that are literally, stone's throw from here, which we visit every other day while on the retreat. For me, the best thing has been, I feel like a baby kangaroo that's in its mother's pouch. So I'm getting to sort of explore the wild outback, but I have this feeling of being held and safe at the very same time. And it's not something I've experienced before. So it's just really quite special.
What did you learn from the first workshop, which was a regression to childhood?
Learned that even if you felt like you hadn't had any traumas when you were a child, that even really small things that you didn't realize would have an effect on you could actually end up creating these habits and ways of thinking that would go throughout your life. And that if you didn't break those habits and go back to the original time and sort that out, it's something that will continue happening again and again and again. So even for anyone that on the surface would say, look, I had a great childhood, nothing wrong happened with me or anything at all, when you dig down deeper, sometimes you can find that there's work that you need to do.
So what I discovered was that the fear of feeling fear itself was actually stopping me from doing a lot of things in my life and making me play safe and stay in my comfort zone. So the things that I had in place just to avoid feeling fear sometimes using up so much energy, which could really be used for all kinds of other creative things.
That we have the power to go back into the experience that we had that traumatized us or that had pain or something that we need to digest and overcome. We have the power to go back there and rescue the missing piece that keeps us suffering.
The second workshop was about spirit releasement and soul retrieval. Would you like to say something about this workshop?
So Sylvia taught us a great technique for releasing pain in your body. And I feel like I've been carrying this kind of pain in my heart for such a long time. There's nothing wrong with my heart. It's not like, I have a heart problem, but there was this pain which I've been carrying for the longest time. And using this technique during the ayahuasca second ceremony, I was able to release a lot of this pain. And it's a technique you could use anytime in your life at a later date, but even if I never do, it was just amazing to actually be free from all of this buried pain that I was carrying with me.
it was a really interesting exercise and not something. A lot of this is not things that I've ever done before, and for me, in the beginning, I didn't feel like it was working, but it definitely did, and definitely brought up a lot of emotions that I didn't realize that I had to deal with. So the experience itself and the learning that came from it was invaluable, especially when going into the ayahuasca ceremonies and knowing what might come up and how you can heal yourself and deal with those different scenarios. So I found it really, really helpful.
I've been working with hypnosis for quite a long time, and I have to say that I think what makes a difference is who is guiding you throughout it, and Sylvia is very good at it as for the spiritual release as much as she is good for guiding you throughout the ceremony, and very supportive and taking care of everybody in every single moment.
Especially for the soul retreat, I think that we take a lot of care about our body. We try to have the best out of our body, but sometimes we forget about our soul. And through the ceremony, and thanks to the technique that Sylvia taught us, you really can understand that something sometimes broken in your soul, and understanding that is the only way then to fix it or to find a way to get back what is missing in your soul. So it was a very helpful technique and very helpful time to see the holes or the black spot that I had inside my soul and try to have some relief out of that. So.
Did you discover anything surprising about yourself that you didn't know before?
I found quite wowing having answer from your unconscious mind instead of your conscious mind that is always providing you a set of options, and having this kind of inner child helping you to show you somehow some of the experience that you had that can have influenced till today. It was very surprising. So talking with a part of your brain that usually you don't feel you are in connection with, was very beautiful.
I've been surprised by a few things. I think nothing prepares you for the beauty of the visions, even though you hear about them, but when you see them, it just takes your breath away. And also sometimes the subtlety of the learnings, it doesn't have to be, drastic or painful. It can be very, very subtle and very delicate and gentle. And the other thing that surprised me is how directly people's experience often is with Mother Ayahuasca, like having full-blown conversations and direct questions immediately being answered and being taken on journeys that are very specific to the intention that's been made, and it's just so relevant. I mean, this I think this is what makes it so different to any other kind of, if it's a category of psychedelics and people have meaningful experiences, this is just so much. It's just so much more deeper and more spiritual. I mean, this is in its own category. Mm. This is something really, really out there, really special, really powerful. 2 sessions in, with 1 session to go, I already don't recognise myself. I don't recognise my thoughts and my very what's the word I'm looking for? I can't believe how easy it is to going to go home and to be totally different and to not, reach for the wine and just to be so much more conscious and in regards to kind of how I treat my body, and because I want this to last forever. I want these feelings, and I want the ayahuasca to be with me for as long as possible. And because it was such a beautiful experience, the strength and discipline that I feel I'm going to have over continuing this and avoiding certain foods and drink and all the other things that interfere with it. That surprised me, because that's quite profound. Within 24 hours, it's like I didn't recognise myself and my ability to go home and be a different person.
Would you like to a brief introduction why you are coming here?
My name is Jake. I'm 33 years old and I'm from New Zealand. I came to Spirit Vine through recommendation of a friend. For me, it was I guess a little bit of a spiritual journey, though I wouldn't have thought of myself as a spiritual person previously. It was a way for me to try and find a bit of a higher purpose as to what to do in life in a way. And yeah, so far I've definitely felt like I've found it.
My name's Charlene Elliott. I'm from London. I'm 39. I've known about ayahuasca for a number of years, and I've always been curious. It's always been something that I wanted to try. And I've been traveling for 4 months, and this is like the last thing I'm doing on my trip. And this is a big transformation year for me. Many things are changing, and I thought it was the perfect time. And 2 sessions in, so far it's been absolutely incredible, and you could never expect or guess how it is, because all experiences are so unique. So I'm very excited for the next session.
I'm Dan from Australia. We won the competition that Spirit Vine holds, and my girlfriend and I came here for free. We felt like it was like Mother Ayahuasca has been calling out for us to come and visit all this year, because it keeps coming up in all our social media, and people that we speak to always seem to mention it. So that's why we're here, and I never thought I'd get so much from it as I have so far, and it is fantastic.
Hi, I'm Katie Hemingway. I'm from Chicago. I've also known about ayahuasca for a few years, and I've also wanted to visit Brazil for a few years, so the two kind of wound up going hand in hand. I discovered this place while I was looking into traveling around Brazil, so this is the beginning of a 3-month, maybe more, trip. And since being here, I love it. It's healing, it's transformative, it's spiritual, it's really fun, so I'm having a great time.
My name is David. I'm 25 years old. I live in Sweden. I've been here before, and after the first time I thought it was great. It was transformative, healing, and the reason I'm back is because I wanted to continue the work.
Hi, my name is Antonio. I'm from Italy. I've been told about ayahuasca by a couple of friends, and so I got very intrigued about the whole experience. I've been 2 ceremonies in today, and it has been beyond any expectations. Very surprising, very fulfilling. So very happy for the journey.
My name is Augusto. I come from Italy. I've been reading about ayahuasca experience from many books like Dose of Perception from John Donne and stuff like that. But I never thought about experiencing until my friend Antonio asked me why not. So I've never been in Brazil before, and so far this experience is very interesting, and it's a trip inside yourself and your fears and how to overcome them.
My name is Daniel, and I'm 30. I'm here from Brazil, currently living in Switzerland, and it's my second time in Spirit Vine. First time I came here because I was struggling with depression, and it completely transformed my life. It really freed me from that state, and now I'm back here because I would like to continue going deeper in this experience.
Hi, my name is Monica. I'm Indian, of Indian origin, but I live in the UK. I'm a mother of 2, and I've been on a kind of spiritual journey inwards for the last 3 years, and I remembered reading about ayahuasca a long time ago, and this seemed like a good time to experience it. So far, this place has been utterly magical, and I feel it's enchanted, and I'm really, really enjoying myself.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.